Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss another update from India Forums.
My past life or my childhood life, it will not look like a fairy tale. Like, oh wow, these foreigners came to Mumbai or to India and they're having like this easy life. When my reel got viral,
Yes.
and then I landed to Mumbai with 100k followers and I didn't know what to do. My DM was stuck. There's so many people message, there's so many people comment, but I have done nothing much but just being myself. If it's meant to happen, it will happen. I've tried to live this career so many times, but it always drags me back.
बिग बॉस मराठी में सबका दिल जीतने के बाद इन्होंने हैशटैग अपने नाम का बनवा लिया है महाराष्ट्र की गाली गर्ल. बट नॉट ओनली महाराष्ट्र, एंटायर कंट्री जिनको थोड़ा बहुत भी मराठी समझ में आता है, दे आर ऑल्सो लविंग हर एंड शी इज राइट नाउ ट्रेंडिंग विथ हर वायरल रील्स, हर काष्टा लुक एंड राइट नाउ शी इज हियर विथ मी एट इंडिया फोरम्स. हेलो इरीना, वेलकम टू इंडिया फोरम्स.
नमस्ते, नमस्कार.
नमस्कार, कैसे हो आप?
मैं ठीक हूँ. आप कैसे हो?
मैं बढ़िया हूँ. Firstly, thank you so much for doing this with us. You took out your time and you came all the way here. Thank you. Without
Anytime.
wasting your time, let's just get into the interview. Irina, everyone saw you in Marathi Big Boss. People know about you as a contestant of Marathi Big Boss, and your fans and followers जो आपको बहुत पहले से follow करते हैं, they know a little bit about you. But if I ask you today, tell us more about Irina. We want to know how her childhood was, how her growing up years were, and then her journey from her hometown to here in Mumbai.
Okay. Tora Hindi, Tora English.
Everything
Tora
works.
Marathi.
Marathi.
So it's a very serious question because I could say if you want to know my past life or my childhood life, it will not look like a fairy tale. It will, even my journey to Mumbai will not look like a fairy tale. Like, oh wow, these foreigners came to Mumbai or to India and they're having like this easy life and they're like just working here, making money and stuff like this. So if we started from childhood, my childhood was absolutely amazing till I reached 4-year-old. I was like a happy child, like everyone else. And post 4-year-old, unfortunately, my real father had to switch the job. He was a policeman, and then alcohol problem happened, and my parents took divorce in the age of 9. I never blame my mom. In fact, I've learned a lot from there. That it's in my country that time also, like we have the society issues, like if you take in divorce, like, oh, you have this cliche, you divorce, you should not take divorce. But I will say, if you not happy, आप खुशी नहीं हैं, तुम्हारा परिवार खुशी नहीं है, and रोज दिन fight बंदर बंडल चालू है, all these things, it harms you and your kids as well. So I just like, I feel it was the right decision of my mom to take divorce. My father behavior was not that well. We was being thrown out of the house and stuff like this. We had our struggles. Then my mom had met a very beautiful man who become my second father. Both of them are my father, and I've learned good and bad lessons from both of them. But my second father become, like, I don't know how you say, universal father, astrological father. Anywhere we used to go with him, everyone, even though I'm little more height wise, like maybe same, but everyone, and we not look alike, but everyone was like, of our behavior, body language, walking, everyone was asking like, is this your daughter? Like, it's your daughter, like, and stuff like this. And why I'm saying like this and this smile on my face, but both of fathers are no more in my life. One being taken by his self and like his wish, and the real father, and my second father being taken by the war in Ukraine. That's why I say my life in Mumbai, like 6 years back, it looks completely different than it's looking now. Like since it happened last year, 1 year back, and then 4 months I was with my mom. Because the most painful part is that 4 years I never came home. 4 years I was making my life here and trying to make money. And then there was a COVID, and then there was youth, like war started, and I didn't have the opportunity to just go home. And when my father decided to join these things, I asked my mom, how serious is he? And she says, like, you know him, he's very serious. He's an ex-Afghani soldier as well. So if you know, in Maharashtrian culture, they will say Shastriya. If तुमचा आत्मा is a warrior. Once a warrior, always
Always
will
a
be a
warrior.
warrior. You can't, like, I'm just talking and there's like goosebumps in my body because you can't remove this, and it can hurt your family, it can hurt your close one, but what we can do, we can only accept. Like, my mom accepted my style of life in a way, like, when I decided to be a dancer, choreographer, she knew that I will go abroad. And even her journey was like this. She was working 3 years abroad. I even took that as a like example. And I said, I felt like, oh wow, I was avoiding this topic for like 1.5 years, and now that it's touched my family, like, you know, I used to be just like, I used to be in this bubble in India of thinking like, it's okay, it's happened there. Yes, we got disconnected with many friends, with many families, because I will tell you, I never divided these two countries.
बिल्कुल.
Both of my fathers was pure Russians, and my mother is Ukrainian, which is from capital of Kiev, and I have lots of family there. In fact, my bachelor degree was done in Kiev, and I grown up in Crimea. Being Crimean, I could say we always had a different vision of
बिल्कुल.
like, we are like Catalonians, or we are like Kashmiri people. Like, we have so many resources. We have a beautiful nature. We have like gas. We have like charcoal. We have everything. We have sand. But we wanted to be like different country,
Yes.
because like, if one government doesn't treat you well, the other government doesn't treat you well. I feel like even I was like, I fed up of this, and I was like, I'm Crimean. I am holder of Ukrainian passport. Many people might say like, oh, she's not in the right position, but I will make it clear. In my heart, in my head, I just don't want war.
बिल्कुल.
And me being Crimean, you can hate me, you can love me, but this is my position.
बिल्कुल.
I don't want war anywhere, between Israel and Palestine, between Ukraine and Russia, between Pakistan and India. God prohibited. People should have brains. We should not repeat history, which was not that far.
Yes.
And why I'm taking so much time for this topic, because it's something what stills pain in me. I just actually shut the trauma, came back to India because I understand that I can support my family from here while being an artist, being a cheerleader, being a
Bilkul.
performer on the stage, being a model in some exhibition, being a model of Western clothes or something like this. Because in my country, there was no opportunities to survive. In fact, I was thinking I'll shift my gaze to yoga journey, which I installed it in my life. I finished the course in Rishikesh. This was the beautiful things, because it's an Doka, Atma, and Sharir opening, and this is like 3 pillars which you can have in your life, and you can like use it anytime.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and then when I came back in October, I think I was very determined to work. I barely used to take a day off. If there is day off, I used to like still take in yoga classes, which is my yoga classes was on donation basis. I was not charging people like so and so, but in beginning it was like 3 months pure donation basis, and I used to just like take my mind off and work.
Correct.
And I think then later in May, this miracle happened to me. When my reel got viral,
Yes.
and then I landed to Mumbai with 100K followers, and I didn't know what to do. My DM was stuck. There's so many people message, there's so many people comment, but I have done nothing much but just being myself.
Yes.
And like, my journey is just that way.
But today, that is the most important thing. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Can you just take your hair off from the mic?
Uh-huh.
Because in the world of social media, we see how people a lot of faking themselves, showing off things that they don't have. But what people actually like is originality, which you have and which you have definitely shown here. Are there any projects that have come your way after Big Boss? काम बढ़ा है?
Not really. In fact, I was sitting first 7 days. I came out and I was sitting, because since October I keep working, and I told you that like I can't take days off.
Correct.
I can say that like I even slightly fall into depression, because I didn't know, I don't have house. I'm staying in my friend's house when I have to leave like on 10th September or something. Like, it's always like three days things, or like 5 days things. I was sitting and thinking like, what should I do? There's no work. There's no like, yes, there is like interview, the people love you, the people give you so much love, it's healing my heart, but this body, these brains got used to it to work.
Correct.
And I was like, I need to work. So there is no such things that there is like scheduled legit project came, but I told my doka, maza doka, I told Torasa Shant,
Huh.
it's if it's meant to happen, it will
It will
happen.
happen.
I've tried to live this career so many times. I tried to live this career for the huge love. I've tried to live this career for my family. I tried to live this career for many things, but it always drags me back. I was trying to be an entrepreneur. I was trying to be a businesswoman. I was trying to be a baker. I still have these all things in my life, but I was like thinking, like, you know how many struggles in this entertainment work.
Correct.
There is no struggle of being an artist and being a performer like here in India. You will always have work, but it will get, or like in background dancing, what happened, people coming from abroad, or even I have so many friends of Indian dancers, you can survive for 1 year or 2 year, ek saal, do saal, max 3 chair. It means you are senior, but your brains, if you didn't go aage, you didn't do any lead song, you didn't do any acting project, because everybody entering this industry for one big reason.
Correct.
Everyone wants to be an actor, or everyone wants to be a lead.
Bilkul.
And even if you ask everyone and somebody say, nah, ठीक है, I'm ठीक है with support lead, or मैं ठीक है with माझा career ठीक है and stuff like this. No, I've worked with big choreographers and I've seen even them entering on this side.
Yes.
In the end of the song, in the titles, or in this, everybody wants to get this light.
Yes.
And if you keep sitting and lying to yourself like, no, मैं ठीक हूँ, I'm okay with whatever I have. That's what used to happen to me when I was trying to quit this career so many times. I used to say like, no, it's okay. I'm fine. I will be fine with my partner, or I will be fine with my family. My universe and my life will always says, no, maybe you fine, but
We are
like
not
the
fine.
higher powers are not
Yes.
fine and they will push you. That's what like happened to me. I didn't have choice. I had to accept it.
Wonderful. On this note, how spiritual are you, Irina?
I could say I try to start my day without the phone. Like I wake up usually. Now it's different. Like sometimes I lose sleep, but sleep is very important. Usually I can wake up without alarm, and if I have my classes scheduled with students of yoga, I wake up 6:30. I perform a class at 8. I go have my nariyal pani. I come back home. I can have my own class, and plus
Correct.
I had my online group in Ukraine and Russia. There was a feminine group which is every Friday I used to teach them classes, just to ease their life, like just to help, just to
Divert their mind.
Yeah, you just little slow down, and everything will be fine if you understand how to control your head, because the head is restless all the time. We all have so many troubles of like houses, bills, kids, like all that women had kids, they all was married, they have like some maybe issues in their life, in their families, and like, but for that half an hour of class, I used to not make it long, sometimes 40 minutes, sometimes it's 1 hour if like everybody have time, because we think 24/7, 24 hours we have, and actually for me, I would like it to have like 56 or 48, honestly, then I could have do much more and install much more in my life. But if you even take that half an hour in your day, or even 20 minutes, like my day starts with half an hour yoga in the morning, and little talking to myself, like says like, okay, maybe you're not okay today, but we'll make you okay.
Yes.
We'll go through this day, we'll see how it's going. Don't take a chunk of 1 month, don't take a chunk of 6 months.
Bilkul.
I used to be that person. I used to think, okay, I picture myself after 5 years like this. When this 5 years passed and you are not there, you are in the major depression and you are in the major mental breakdown. Because when we have this, when we growing up, the parents expecting from us, teachers expecting from us, and we all have this pressure from behind, like, okay, what should I do? Then later on they say like, oh, you've done nothing, get married. Like, what? I still have time, I still want to be someone. I mean, in India it is this way. Even in my country, like grandmothers will also ask like, okay, when you will show me the boy, or when will you show me the kids? The boy is not even the option. This is like when I will have a grandkids. Unfortunately, my story is like my brother completed all the things.
Okay.
He having 4 kids.
Okay.
That's why I'm working so hard here. So to
Ah.
support my mom and my brother, because
Yeah.
currently he's taking care of my mom. And hopefully I will be able to make it that in November she'll come here, and maybe my niece also will come here.
Touch wood, and this is for this brave girl sitting right here in front of me. But Irina, one thing is proven: Indian mother, Russian mother, Ukrainian mother, all the same. Get married, do nothing, get married.
Exactly.
Well, before we go on to our segment of what's in your bag, one last question: Are you following Big Boss season 5? Are you up the road देख रहे हो?
Let's be
कसं वाटतंय?
honest.
हाँ.
मैं पूर्ण episodes बघितले day 1, day 2, day
हाँ.
3, day 4. And नंतर से मैं realize करूँ मैं खूप miss करते हो. And I says like चालेल आता if I watch I feel like, you know how it's about me. I can't accept second place. I've been
Correct.
playing sports all my life. I've been playing, like, being all this active. I never study in the school, but I finished school in very good grades. But I used to skip school many times just for the sports sake, for the tourism sake and for the sports sake. The school
Correct.
used to send me always for these things. And the spirit had been built up that way that I can't accept second place or like I can't lose. And things is that when I entered the Big Boss, I didn't know when I entered. I said, okay, fine, it's coming mazas in the heat, I'll take it. But when I got inside, and ek atora se pehla, I set my mind, I want 100 days. I said to my mind, I'm not greedy about the trophy. I'm not greedy about the prize or the winning things. Because I know that I am very competitive and I can't accept second place. So I thought like if I make my mind for the first place, I will be like losing much faster. But I set my mind, I want this journey. I was so enjoying to learn Marathi. I was impressed that in 5 days I was able to write. And it's end up like this, and everything gone from your life. The second my mistake, what happened? I wasn't playing.
Yeah.
I was living. And when you like thinking like, oh, it's my house.
Yeah.
Like I felt Big Boss was like my father. Like I have this. I don't have so much of food, but I have this. I don't have bed for 3 weeks. I was on the floor. I was the happiest person. My sleep was like the best. I'm telling you. And because of that, then like 5 days I was following. Then I say, okay, I'll watch the post, but I can't watch inside because whatever nonsense going inside, it still drags me in, and I still wants to be just inside in the way of like maybe I could have fixed something, maybe I could have done something, or maybe I could have cooked food for them, and everybody would have been happy. So I stopped watching for some time, but I'm following all the posts and everything, and I'm following all the nominations. Yeah.
Well, on that note, Irina, thank you so much for sharing so much of you, and we just wish you all the very best, and we hope Ganpati Bappa
you.
fulfills all your prayers.
Ganpati Bappa
Moria.